silver mining and whatever else, we'll find out. So, hope you enjoy this one, and we'll talk to you when we get there. Gosh, this is so cool. This old town. Wow.
Shafts and cross cuts, that they needed a better way of getting the ore out. Thus, the cutting of the cross cut. This goes back on this haulage tunnel. It will intercept several tunnels as we go back. Some of them you can see in, some of them you can't. I'm standing in front of one of them right now. If you look up here, just off to the right, you're going to see a red light. That light is an indicator for you that we're at an area that's called a crosscut or a incline shaft. That particular incline shaft goes all the way to the surface, 350 feet to our right. It goes below us about 1,000 feet. We're on a multi-level mine, as most mines are, and so that covers all of it. On the left side, you'll see a wooden stairway. That's called a manway. That's how the men got in and out. On the right side, you'll see a narrow gauge railroad track like we're riding on. There'd be an ore cart on that. On the surface, there was a small steam engine that would pull by cable the cart up and dump it and send it back down. This replaced this track here, and this crosscut, this haulage tunnel replaced all of that. Now we're in the Bucky O'Neill Hill. There's 143 miles of tunnels inside this mountain.
What was the name of the hill?
Bucky O'Neill.
Bucky
O'Neill.
O'Neill. Bucky O'Neill.
The throughout all of Bisbee, there's over 2,300 miles of tunnel. So perspective, it plays end to end. That would stretch from California to Florida, and you would have a lot of mileage left over.
Wow. How many years have this been going?
97.
97.
It was mined for 97 years.
Ooh.
Now what you have here, when we get on up here, I will make a stop to open a door. When we get through that, we'll go in about 150 feet. We'll stop the train again, and we'll go up into an area that's called a stope, which is an area that's been mined or is in the process of being mined. Okay, folks, if you can get off the train and follow me right up through here. Now we're fixing to go out 38 steps to an area referred to as a stope. It simply is an area that either has been mined out or is being mined out. This particular one, it has already been mined out. This is an application. This is man-made. This is the original stope. Meaning it's the first area that was mined out by miners in Bisbee. These in Bisbee, this is the smallest one. About 150 feet behind me, you'll find another one that's about 12 to 15 times bigger than this one. Our biggest is over 200 feet high and 1,000 feet across. And when they first started mining in Bisbee, it was 1877, a deposit of lead was found by a Captain Rucker of the 6th Cav and his chief scout, a gentleman by the name of Dunn, on the outside of this mountain. Well, they both knew where you find lead, a lot of times you'll find silver. So they sent samples off to San Francisco for assaying. Came back very rich in silver. So you look right back up here, you see a tunnel. Up until the 1920s was with these cars. 1920s mechanized came along. But behind me you'll see these 4 chutes. These are called transfer chutes. And behind these 4 transfer chutes is a shaft locked in. Once everything's locked in, you push this in this direction, this lever. The bucket comes over, dumps it, pull it back this way, and comes back and sits back down. While you're operating it, you're standing like this on this platform. Operating. So that bucket comes real close to you. You get very familiar with that bucket. If you don't, it'll take your hat off.
Walking to the historical part of Bisbee, Arizona. There's a mask mandate in Bisbee, outside and inside, they claim. We'll see if people are following that or not.
I'm chilly.
Michelle says it looks like a mining town. No, thank you. Booze, beds, food, fun. Just around the corner, there's a right turn. That's where we're going. So have you figured out what it is, Michelle?
Courthouse?
Yeah, that could be. It's got a nice backdrop. These guys were kind of muscular, at least up top.
Yeah.
He's got a mask.
Yeah, I know. Copper miners.
It's got the POWMIA flag flying. Car behind us. Yeah. Am I gonna have to go all the way up there to find out what it is? Michelle Taylor at the Peace Wall in Bisbee, Arizona. Bisbee has the best year-round climate on Earth. Hawaii, what do you have to say to that?
Here at Pussycat Gelato Cafe. Scott, what kind of gelato did you have?
Prickly pear and vanilla in a large cup.
How do you think it tasted?
Chocolate a little bit with the vanilla.
Well, I did wait for the pineapple sorbet, and I thought it was awesome.
Looks like an outlaw, doesn't she? I gotta take a video of that.
Yeah. Route to go back to Gemstone to get Scott's hat, the brim fixed on it. It was actually, was it your dad's or your grandfather's?
My dad's.
Had a good time in Bisbee, walked around the streets. Typical mining town to me, and interesting.